Good evening, Southwest Florida, and welcome to Lee Pitts Live After Work here in downtown Fort Myers at Club Celsius Nightclub. I am Toya Felston, Senior Sales Director with Mary Kay, and I have with me tonight on the red carpet for our January edition of Lee Pitts Live After Work. I have with me, sir, tell Southwest Florida who you are. And
my name is Bobbie Irvin, and I'm a retired police officer from Kansas City, Missouri. I'm now residing in Cape Coral. I've been down here for 4 years, and just been loving it.
Absolutely. You gotta love Southwest Florida.
Gotta love
retiring from Kansas City, Missouri.
Hey,
like this time of year is
this time
snow.
Of year, there is snow.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm so done with the cold. So
absolutely.
I love this place.
Absolutely. So we are here at Club Celsius Nightclub in downtown Fort Myers for our Dr. Martin Luther King. Actually, we are kicking off Dr. Martin Luther King edition of Lee Pitts Live After Work here at Club Celsius Nightclub. We have so much going on the inside. We have the sax man who is playing the saxophonist. We have Shorty Doo-Wop who is on the ones and twos. We also have food that has been catered by Chef Michelle, who is a restaurant owner right here.
That was good food. I had some earlier.
You had some?
Excellent food. Oh, yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
It is very good, and I like how she prepared it. She prepared it in single dishes.
Yes.
You know, because we are adhering to the CDC guidelines at this edition of Lee Pitts Live After Work. So we are so glad to be here on this Friday evening to kick off Martin Luther King weekend. Yes.
Absolutely.
So when we think about, for you, when you think about Martin Luther King, give me one word that you think that comes to mind when you think about Martin Luther King.
Wow, one word. That's hard.
One word.
But I would have to say, I would have to use the word warrior.
I'm sorry.
Warrior.
Warrior? Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And tell me why you think that one word fits Dr. Martin Luther King, especially in the times that we're in now.
Yeah. You know, when you look at the basic definition of a warrior, a warrior is able to overcome adversity. Someone who's got a lot of heart, a lot of courage.
Yes.
You know, and then that's Martin Luther King. I mean,
that is Dr. Martin Luther King.
He and others had to endure, all of the social injustices with the civil rights movement. You know, all the prejudices that went along with that. The marches that they had done with dogs being sicked on them. And the water cannons and the police officers beating them, and all that. So. Yeah, definitely.
That is a great word to describe.
Absolutely.
That's one word to describe Dr. Martin Luther King. But we are here in downtown Fort Myers at Lee Pitts Live After Work. We have Shorty Doo-Wop on the ones and twos. We also, so we have a lot of networking going on, a lot of dancing, food, photos, live entertainment. This is Lee Pitts Live After Work.
Don't
Dr.
Don't
Martin
forget about the vendors now.
Oh yeah. The vendors are upstairs as well. And you are a vendor upstairs.
I'm one of the vendors. That's why I don't want you to forget about it.
One of the vendors. Yes, I was going to get to that. But tell us what you have upstairs. Tell us your vending.
Well, in particular, I've got my autobiography that's just came out in October, and it talks about my upbringing there in Kansas City, Missouri. I was going through a lot of changes in my life as a young black male growing up in the inner city. I was starting to make the wrong decisions, the wrong choices, and so luckily I was able to make a decision to go into the military, which was a game changer. I went to the United States Marine Corps, and it was a game changer for me. It taught me everything from discipline and taking charge of my own life, to
Excellent.
being accountable for myself. And,
Excellent.
yeah, and so this book talks about that transition, and also I went back to Kansas City and became a police officer in the same neighborhood that I grew up in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, and at that time, by the time I came back to Kansas City, a lot of the friends I was hanging out with on the street corner,
Yeah.
they were now gang banging
Okay.
and dealing with drugs and everything. And so I was the police officer that was responding to the shootings, and
Okay.
I was even getting called in my own parents' house to break up their domestic disputes, and
Okay.
so chasing people that I knew. There was a lot that I had to deal with, dealing with my own people, and so
Yeah.
the book talks about that.
Good. And you told me that you were a police officer in that same community for 26 years.
In the same community for 26 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the same community that you grew up in.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So the people that you were, that you were obligated to serve and protect,
Yeah.
knew you as a young kid growing up in that community.
Absolutely.
How did that make you feel, being well respected in that community and everything?
Yeah, that was just it. Being a police officer during that time, everyone had their own ideas of what police officers were about, and then when I became one, coming from that environment, they saw that you could change and you could do something good with yourself. And so I did become a role model for that community.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people that I grew up with looked up to me.
Awesome.
They came to me for advice and guidance. So that was very special.
Awesome. So that is amazing in itself, to go back and to protect and serve the community that you actually grew up in.
Absolutely.
So I commend you
very
for that.
Very rare. So,
And so you have written a book as well.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the book that you have written for.
Well, this started, believe it or not, about 12 years ago. I met with what they call a forensic social worker one day.
Okay.
And her job was to get together with family members and help us understand why a family member of ours was getting in kind of trouble.
Right.
He was actually up for murder charges and was looking at the death penalty.
Oh, wow.
And so we sat down, and she wanted to know, what kind of environment he came from and such. And so what was supposed to be a 30-minute interview, we were there sitting there for 2 hours talking. And so that's what kind of sparked it. I kind of told everything about my upbringing and some of the obstacles I had to go through and why we grew up in an environment we did.
Yeah.
And at the end of that, she was like, you need to write a book.
Awesome.
And I said to myself, I think I will.
Awesome.
And so that's what sparked it.
Awesome. And what is the name of your book, and where can the community find your book?
The name of the book is Failure to Comply. And you can find this book on my webpage, www.failureToComply.us. You can also buy this book on Amazon.
Okay. Excellent. So I just love that, we grow up in the communities that we have grown up in, and we go back to serve those same communities. That is awesome work.
Absolutely.
Awesome work. Congratulations to you.
Absolutely.
And congratulations on your book as well.
Thank you so much.
So Southwest Florida, we are here in downtown Fort Myers at Club Celsius nightclub, here with Lee Pitts live after work. I want to just shout out a couple of our our sponsors as well. Of course, Lee Pitts Live After Work, Mary Kay, Zeal Technical Institute, Fort Myers Fire Department, CAPIZS, Mr. and Mrs. Wilkins, Fort Myers Community Redevelopment Agency, Heartline Payment System, Elegance Jewelry for Fort Myers River District, Four Corners Creative LLC, the Community Press, and none other than the Dunbar Festival Committee, who is here with us tonight. And all of the proceeds from the door are going to Dunbar Festival Committee. We
That's awesome.
invite you back to join us on March 12th.
Give it back to the community.
Yes, Mr. Lee Pitts has decided tonight that all of the proceeds from the door will go back to Dunbar Festival Committee.
That's wonderful.
Yes. So we invite you to join us on March 12th for our next Lee Pitts Live After Work, which will be a tropical theme. Thank you.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.
Hello, Southwest Florida. Thanks for watching Lee Pitts Live. Of course, I'm Lee Pitts. I hope you enjoy that particular show, but you can always catch us here on YouTube. Just click on the subscribe button down there. That way you can get your Lee Pitts Live on demand when you want it and how you want it. We also encourage you to watch our show on Fox 4 and connect with us on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live.